Okay, so we are doing Akashic Soul Pro app 7 days, and today is the Crown Energy Center. And so we want to look at, let me make sure we're off. We want to be looking at, with the Akash, what is held within the ether, Akash meaning ether, in space, pure consciousness. What is needing to be understood so that our Crown Energy Center can be open and clear? And when we're looking at this chart, we want to see, what is the lead consciousness that is guiding us? And we can see right now that the lead consciousness is general consciousness. And so I get some better lighting here. Okay, so when we're looking at general consciousness, this could be, the totality of who you be. The larger aspect that we would call general consciousness is giving us the big umbrella of information that we need. Sometimes on the chart, you're going to get a specific aspect of self, like your soul, your inner child, higher self, etc. So just be aware of that. So for the overall crown, highest and best, who is connected is coworker. And this could be many coworkers. We're going to look at the win. It says past life. So this could be from a past life, a coworker, someone you did work with, practices with, rituals with. It's not just, the age of where we are now with working. But it also could pair with right now, someone you're working with. So just be aware for those who are looking at this, it's going to be specific to how it dials in for you. And that's really how you're working with the Akashic Soul Pro app, is you're finding what details right away when you do an automatic reading really pull forward and give you clarity right away. Things that you may have to sit with and do a little bit of short meditation are the things that don't necessarily make a lot of sense, or you just need some, more time to maybe do some yes and no questioning to your consciousness at large. The what is other. With our charts here, all the categories do have an other. And so that could mean that it has to do with other, it has like another being, but it also could mean that just, there wasn't the actual detail listed for other. And of course, we would have to have a lot of details on here in this app. And so other is going to be something of the what. When we're looking at Akashic work, we're looking for information held in the field that is helping us to either clear something from a conception point, from a beginning point of when something occurred, or it's going to help us understand, what we need to tap into to help our manifestation, actualization of our intention. The what energy being, or energy expanding, that really is about a chart, a category that has many different types of archetypal expansion terms. And so this is saying archangel, you're stepping into possibly you feeling like you're an archangel, like you're overseeing many. Then we move into the body parts. With the reading, you're going to get a body part area and a meridian. And so here it says muscle, as well as your governing channel that goes from the top lip all the way over the head, all the way to the back, down the back of your spine to your perineum. And that governing channel is very important with the Crown Energy Center, because your governing meridian that pairs with the central meridian that goes from your perineum to the bottom lip and connects by having the tip of the tongue touch the roof of the mouth. If you are not feeling like grounded, sometimes that governing meridian needs assistance because maybe you keep your mouth open. I notice people will just kind of stand there with their mouth open, and I can tell that they possibly don't have that connection happening. So practicing more often daily, closing your mouth and letting your tip of your tongue touch the roof of the mouth is really helpful to stimulate that governing meridian and having it really ground you all the way down the back, down through your legs, through the microcosmic orbit. Muscle as well, like if you're having some muscle soreness or pain, not having that central channel governing meridian stabilized so that you can have an open crown, can be something we're going to ask to go ahead and have cleared and stabilized for you on this crown energy center activation, highest and best. Why, it says that we're not really conscious of the why, but through meditation and through muscle testing, you could find out more clearly what is wanting to be shown to you about this Akashic record. Planet is moon. Sometimes the moon has to deal with the feminine or the unconscious, which goes along with not knowing, the why, having it be not really apparent to us who's working with this chart. The essential oil is marjoram. That's really great for muscle aches and pains. So, maybe putting it on as well as smelling it, evoking memories that may be needed to help you dial into that past life. It doesn't indeed say past life. However, if you don't believe in past lives, I'm sure you can find earlier in this lifetime, past life, something that may reference and help you understand what needs to be cleared or integrated or understood so that we can have an open crown, and a more stabilized open crown is our goal here. The DNA 6 has to do with, understanding that your DNA activating different codons, and we look at like gene keys, activating the multidimensionality of the two double helix DNA, opening up into that third, fourth, fifth, and sixth holographic multidimensional aspects that are held in the subtle field as turning on, and that really is helping with your intuition and your ability to stabilize higher visions in the field. The animal is yak. Yak, when I think of yak, it feels strong, strength, very, just a very large being that brings about confidence, self-esteem. I feel also very family when I think of a yak. Then we move on to the temples chart. This is a grounding point is wanting to be identified. So realize that maybe, for your crown to be open and stabilized, you may be asked to establish a grounding point in your temple, your house, your dwelling, your backyard, your body, even your, place where you do work or something like that is coming up. And when we say establish a grounding point, this means, being aware that when we feel grounded and going along with the governing meridian, we, can feel clear, and our head, our crown can be very stabilized when we are grounded. And when we're not feeling grounded, or maybe you've been floating around, even getting your bare feet on the ground to help the body vessel get grounded, will really stabilize that governing meridian. So it really ties back in to the governing. The vehicle, it's saying in order for this activation, it'd be helpful to utilize the vehicle of meditation. And if you think about the crown being stabilized when we do meditate, it indeed is the first area of the body that's going to get open and cleared is your crown energy center, which leads to clear thinking, clear thought projection, clear, reality creation. The element is gold. So we'll work with, when I do a short guided meditation in a moment, we'll work with the gold energy, bringing that gold soul energy in. The superpower is clairaudience. So when we think about our crown energy center, I also do think about clairaudience. If I have a clear crown and I'm meditating, I'm going to easily be able to hear consciousness speak to me. That awareness could just, of course, be my own thoughts, my own voice I'm hearing. It is usually my own voice that I will hear and will suggest that you will hear. And the way you can really be clear about that is if you are doing communication to consciousness, that you identify what you want to speak back to you. And that will keep a clear communication line if you're speaking to your soul, you would say, my soul, you know, are you showing me that there's a coworker specifically that I need to, you know, have a greater understanding about or clearing? And you may hear yes, right? So clairaudience, we're intending that this chart is going to help you bring about more ability with your clear hearing. The geometry, when we look at the geometry chart, sometimes you can work with the geometry with like crystals or setting a grid or understanding your energy centers also work with geometry. So the icosahedron is your stabilized second energy center. So it works with the water element. And we've got the crystal rhodonite, which really deals with the heart energy center, having a clear head. Also, clear heart goes along in unison with those two, working together in heart and mind coherence. The cleanse, it says to cleanse the gall bladder. There's great natural cleanses that you can do with apple cider vinegar or apple juice. You can even do a castor oil pack over your gallbladder. You can just simply cleanse it in your imagination with golden light, disentangling from any past engagements with coworkers, etc., from past lives. Gallbladder also deals emotionally with judgment, so you can ask to be cleared of all judgments you've ever had of coworkers or anything connected. The nature is a spider, so you could ask for whatever needs to be understood about spider medicine, like what are we weaving together, maybe some old weaves around past lives and coworkers needs to be cleared off the crown so that you can have, a full life in this here and now that has stabilized crown and can easily hear your own intuition. And then the star is Acrux. You can look that up in the constellations to find what constellation that indeed is working with. And then the solution says other. So when we get other, again, it's going to be something about, tuning in to your intuition about what wants to be, what's the solution for this? Since it's the other, maybe it wasn't listed in our details of the chart details and the categories. And also, it could be about the other in your life. It could be about the coworker. So, my favorite charts or categories when I'm looking at a chart are the superpowers, the what to cleanse, and then what's the solution. So, let's go ahead and just let you give a few moments of meditation and some deep breathing to gather any other understanding, so that we indeed have a clear crown, clear center. Take a deep breath all the way up your spine. Imagine the beautiful golden light pouring into your crown energy center, clearing off any old cobwebs from coworkers, from past lives, so that you can have this moment of clear audience, clear intuition of anything else that you are being asked to understand. Ask for a stream of greater understanding to come forth throughout the day. If you go into dream time with this awareness, ask to dream anything else into fruition, any additional knowings to come online for clearing, for integration, and for upgrades to the highest potential of your crown energy center stabilizing open, so that you have the greatest potential expanded awareness in every now moment. That all your energy centers are clear, stabilized. Any muscles that are needing cleansing get washed over with the golden love light stream. The governing meridian is activated, stabilized, giving you new sense of grounding. And then see one expanded vision, something glowing of you and others working together. Smile, hands to heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until tomorrow, we'll do number 6 energy center. Please leave in the comments how you did. Any questions?